Hey there, my fellow Hammersmiths. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands. Episode 24, Working the Blooms. Okay, the other thing, the bricks, I haven't forgotten. So here's 16, 18, plus the ones I already have that had been fired is 20. I probably want a few more bricks, but here's some chunks to grind up, because I would want maybe like 2 new bloomeries. And I have enough for 1 more, because it's 12 per. Now, with that said, once the bloomery is done firing, you break it down, and you get back some of the bricks back. Some of the most of the bricks will survive, some of the bricks will not survive. $22. I think I want 24, so I need a little bit more flint once the meals are prepped and divvied up. So I'll do meals first and then the flint. Wow, there is a cacophony of nonsense around me. And I'm trying to stretch that red meat as much as I can by making, like, veggie stews. And I hope soon I will have the option to do grain stews, too. That grain gets, readied. So probably just 2 more brown coal worth of flint. It will be enough for, the 24th brick. Oh, I know why they're spawning. Yeah. There's a medium rift activity. How long my crops have? They're good for 1.3 more years. Because they're sealed. It'd be even longer if I cooked something that kept longer, but red meat doesn't keep very long. Any other turnips? So cabbage is about half done. I don't see any other turnips that are 5s yet. And this other farm is new. Oh, I thought I left the door open. This other farm is new compared to the first one, so if anything is going to be ripe, it's in this room. And it will probably be these turnips next to the original plot. I could make shelving. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of storage saving that I could be doing. That I just aren't at the moment. Like, the ruin that I had found had chests, which would be good for bulk goods, like the hematite, the nuggets. That was down... Where's the gear? Down here. I could go back and get those chests for bulk goods. That would be something pretty reasonable to do, too. Maybe in the morning. Because then I could put all the hematite away. And that would save a lot of space. And I could do shelvings for crocs. They'll shelf... would be just boards. Might need to saw up some more oak for that, though. So I have enough for 1 shelf. $53 years. Seems like a reasonable amount of time. I'm not sure I'm gonna eat it. I have some empty crocks. So that saves some space. There's my chunks. Wish the monsters would go away. I could make a pit kiln in my base. If I'm impatient. But it's 1 in the morning. Maybe I will just like dig a little pit. So that I'm not slowed down by the all the drifters and other things around me. So these are fired. Oh, no, I only need 22. Yeah. But I'll fire 24. Iron blooms are done. You are correct about that. Okay, let's well, let's get the iron blooms. And I get 9 bricks back. Unfortunately, I'm just shy of being able to make another bloomery. Oh no, those are raw. I thought I had fired ones. Oh no, I didn't. So these are hot iron blooms. I don't know how I'm holding them without burning myself. But we can... It's too cold to work. Okay. I could heat them up and start working them. Before I start working the blooms, knowing that I'm going to have to work them, let's go ahead and get the other fire bricks fired. I'm going to do it cheap style, where I don't want to go back outside for too long. I'm just going to fire them here. Because outside is full of nasty. And I'm impatient. Oh, where did they... Misclicked. Well, this will be a little annoying. Challenge accepted. Oh, where's my lantern? Some midnight grass collection. While surrounded by things. Nope, not you. 16? Alright, I'm not quite there yet. There we go. I might not even have the peat. Now that it dawns on me. I think I'm nearly out of peat. Yep. Which is exactly where the portal is. No, excuse me. You're slowing down industrial progress. Piss off. God, look at how many they killed. They team killed so many of each other. There's just like a whole bunch of dead ones out there. Friendly fire ain't nothing to them. Alright, I don't actually need a lantern in this room, so I can keep this lantern permanently here. And this is just my spare, because this room's already illuminated from the oil lamps. Resetting torches. So I just be careful not to like bump into these, but there's nothing flammable within one tile, so it's not going to set base on fire or anything like that. Plus my base is made of, like, dirt. Not exactly flammable material. Okay, that part's done. Pit kilns are going. We're gonna work the blooms. And of course, to put all the torches away. Maybe I need to make another torch. Okay, not this direction. They're angry. And violent. Oh, strong tannin is done. Nice. So we're making an extra thing of possibly strong tannin. Alright, there we go. Now there is a way to do this where, like, you heat one bloom up, then you cycle another one in. Yeah, I might do that. Try to do this efficiently. Also, just as a personal preference, I kind of like my anvil to be in the middle of the room. So I can, like, walk around it. Okay. Hamar. There we go. So it's very similar to the crucible metal working, but it has slag on it, and you have to remove the slag. And this is something that a Hellhammer can do automatically. Or yeah, I guess automatically is kind of the right term. But if you don't have a Hellhammer, you got to do this the old manual way. Or your ingot. And the first thing I'm going to be making, without a doubt, is going to be a pick. Because I broke my bronze pick, so I want an iron pick. I also love that all the critters outside are just murdering each other. Like, yes, power to you. Go forth and decimate. That's a hoe. There we go. And then once you have the ingot, same process as before to create a pick. Nothing new here. So the only new part is the whole bloom and then working the bloom into an ingot to remove the slag. And then it's the same metallurgy that should be familiar. Now, one of the beautiful things about this is now that I have a an iron pick, I am going to be able to get the meteoric iron that I have found around the map. Because meteoric iron requires an iron pick, but I got myself an iron pick. Alright, I don't know what this bad boy is going to be. But I do know whatever it's going to be, I'm going to want to slag it. What tool do I need? Yeah, maybe a hammer. I mean, I am busting through my last hammer now. It's not entirely unreasonable. Or fox. Yep. I think it makes more sense that the meteoric iron that I get will become a fox. I think that that is a better goal and a better use of meteoric iron. Meteoric iron has a little bit of an edge over regular iron. In that it's like iron plus, and I would want to make a really nice melee weapon for myself. Like a meteoric fox. So, let's see. I could do an axe, a fox, a short sword, a chisel, knife. I would actually... Knife is not a terrible idea either. Same with shovel or shears. But I think I'm going to do a hammerhead just because... Okay. Just because the advantage of the hammerhead means I get to stay in the Iron Age. Right? Because if you break your last hammer and pick, you're back into the previous age. So this is just sort of insurance that I don't screw up and put myself back a big step. This is what I would consider like idiot proofing, in a way. Is there more iron? Yes. I have 2 more blooms after this. Or 4 more blooms, I mean. So, alright, we got the iron hammer. I could also do another spare pick, and a pro pick would not be a bad idea, because I'm going to go through my pro pick sooner or later. I did mention already that I wasn't planning on doing armor until I can automate the process with a health hammer. Just because it's way too mind-numbing and a terrible viewing experience for you guys to watch me hammer out blooms and plates mind-numbingly. So I'm just not considering that. Because trust me, it would be peak boring. Where to... Oh, yeah, there's my torch. Yeah, it takes like 2 hours to make 21 plates. Yeah, and there's no variation. It's just like hammer, 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 hammer. It just keeps going forever. It's really, really bad. Viewing. Too boring. Rather build a health hammer. Oh, I didn't realize I already had a meal in process. Man, I'm eating like a toddler. Eating just a little bit here and there. You know what's great? Is my kilns are just like killing these drifters. Aye! Bowtorn, that hurt. You know what? No, you're gonna kill me. Screw that noise. Alright, I'm gonna stay inside then, because my health does not allow outside time. Yeah, I don't think these are fruiting. I think the season for that is over. Am I going for a new base anytime soon? That's largely up to you. Less up to me. because we vote on priorities. So, whenever it gets voted on, I guess, is my answer. Nah, I only did one bloom here. Oh well. So I think what I want to do is like weapons and weapons. I'm going to wait until I have meteoric. Just as a personal preference. Meteoric stuff has a little bit of an edge over regular. So this is really just for tools. This current batch of iron. And then any future batch of iron, hopefully, will be processed via wind power. More than manpower. I do really like the color of like a super hot bloom though. Wow, this one had a lot of extra metal. Sometimes the blooms will have a lot of more slag than iron, and then sometimes not. So let's see. I think axe and knife are or even scythe. So one of the advantages, I'm going to do a scythe. One of the advantages of a scythe now is as snow starts to really truly accumulate, getting a lot of grass to feed animals will become increasingly more difficult unless I prepare the space, meaning like build roofs and things to stop snow from accumulating on the... but a scythe will allow me to get... a lot of straw quickly. And then my last, what do I have? 3 more blooms after this? Axe, knife, and pro pick, maybe? Because I haven't had an issue with sticks, so shears is a little bit less attractive. If I was lacking in the shears department, I would consider shear over knife. I could do another pick. The thing is, like, I'll have the bricks for another bloom very soon. So the concern about running out of iron is just not there. Every tool can be used as a weapon if you want. It's just an ineffective weapon. So if you take a look, like, you can swing. I mean, you can attack enemies with whatever you want. Just scythes don't make for good weapons in this game. Yeah, knives and axes you can always have flint versions of, so they're not so important. The real advantage of it is that they have an increased efficiency. Yeah, maybe I'll make tools that I can't have stone versions of then. That's reasonable. Wow, that Bowtorn is still out there. What a jerk. Luckily, I'm plenty busy with what I've got going on in here, so I don't really even care. Oh, I just screwed that up. Derp! All that fuel, and I, like, deleted the heat. At some point, I will need the future batches of iron for exactly an anvil and a health hammer. And iron anvils are different. Iron anvils are made by creating two parts of iron. They're not, they're not mold formed. So that's a big project. And then the health hammerhead itself. So yeah, the batches of iron that are going to come out of these fire clay bricks are probably going to go become iron blooms for anvil and health hammerhead. That's what I meant to do last time. So this will become some tool that I can't make. Oh, I'm also... I might want another saw. Especially if I'm going to be building like a home. Because so far everything I've made has been like made of dirt. But I think if I make a blacksmith... Although, I might make the blacksmith out of cobblestone. Or something like... stonework. Let's go ahead and turn this one into shears. And shears are very handy to get twigs and things like that. Clear bush is quick, yeah, exactly. And it's definitely one of the harder ones to form because of all the shape that you have to form versus like a standard ingot. You think this has changed since 1.9 or 1.19? I don't know, off the top of my head. Possibly. It's been a while since I played something other than this branch. It's been like 8 months. Well, this branch is all I know. Alright. That cooled down too much, but that's fine. Shears just took that long. And I got 2 blooms left. I think a second pick is always a good, healthy decision. And then after a second pick, probably a pro pick. So pick and pro pick. Because my pro pick is wearing down. And having 2 iron picks is just smart. You're still out there camping me? You are. You hurt me, dude. Let me return the favor. This is the jerk that shot me multiple times. Gave me nothing. Oh, there's 2 of them. I'll get the other one in a minute. Didn't want to neglect this bloom. What about a spear? I've already answered that. Like 3 times. But, to answer you again, I'm planning on making weapons out of meteoric iron, as they are stronger. I guess I can include the reason why. So the reason why is the meteoric iron is, I already know where a lot of it is, and you don't need a lot of it to make... So for as far as armor goes, you need tons of ingots to make a full set of armor. Like 42 ingots to make a full set of armor, something like that. And you're just not, without incredible amount of effort, going to find 42 ingots worth of meteoric. Because that's a lot of meteor. But, from a given meteor, it's not unreasonable to get a few ingots out of a meteoric iron. And meteoric iron weapons and armor, weapons rather, are a lot more affordable and a really good bang for your buck. So that's why, that's why I intend to make my weapons out of meteoric, but my armor out of non-meteoric. The other reason is armor will degrade and take damage and require repairs. And if you have meteoric iron armor, you're going to need more meteoric iron armor to fix it up. Whereas, like, with weapons, when they break, they need replacements. Meaning that if I break my meteoric falx, there's no incentive to, like, repair it with meteoric iron. I could make another meteoric iron falx, but, like, it makes more sense just to... Oops. You know, to replace it with whatever I have. No, don't be sorry if you just joined. It's fine. I had answered that question, like, twice already. But I never really included the reason why. And the reason why is resource availability. You can definitely get your hands on a little bit of meteoric iron. You can't get your hands on tons of it. So given that you can only get your hands on a little bit of it, make the most out of it by making weapons out of it. And for me, that probably means a falx and a shield. Or something like that. Not necessarily weapons that I'm going to lose. Meaning not making it out into arrowheads or spearheads. Maybe a spearhead, but probably not more than 1 or 2. Just because the chance of me losing a spear is not 0. Hey, jerkface. Give me a temporal gear, jerkface. Ah, nothing. Okay. Toggos, thanks for the resub, man. Don't forget to collect my cold shears. Yes. Ah, you still hit me. Well, pretty close to dead, but I killed everything around me that was annoying. And they dropped nothing. So thanks, jerks. Alright, the shears are here. There we go. And do the last iron blue. But yeah, you can see as I process more iron, the amount of hammers I'm going to go through. Actually, it might make sense for this to become a hammer instead. Even I know I have another... Well, I already have a spare hammer, but the amount of hammers you go through when you don't have a health hammer is pretty intense. Like, the bronze hammer is basically broken, and it was almost pristine starting the whole bloom and forge process. You bust through your hammers like crazy. So, I do think I want a pro pick. Well, no, maybe I'll make a hammer. Only because, there's not a lot of materials I would want to search for with a pro pick at the moment. Because I already have iron, and, like, once you have iron, my next step would be meteoric, and then the step after that would be steel making, and, I don't need a pro pick for most of that. So, I think a hammer actually makes more sense. Because the Helve Hammerhead, if I recall, requires 2 ingots. And then the anvil requires, like, what, 9? I think? Something like that? How many does the anvil, the iron anvil, cost? If anyone knows off the top of their head. $10? Yeah, it's either 9 or 10. 10 sounds right. Either way, it's a lot. So my next 2 blooms are going to be just that. 9 ingots for an anvil? Man, I'm getting like 3 different answers here. Okay, well, it's some. It's a lot, and I should save up, in other words. So there we go. There is the lovely blooms, the first blooms. And to pair with that, I have new storage. Because you guys were like, hey, stuff's getting full. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It is. So I'll do a little bit of organization, putting all my fuels in here. And then put my ores in here. This hammer is basically toast. Put it away. Still hungry. I could save the basket. I mean, I have enough floor space. Like, putting baskets on the wall doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, these baskets can kind of go. Oh, no, you're, those are reed baskets you're thinking of. These are hand baskets. They can't be hung. Alright, I'm actually just about out of time. I'm trying to think if there's any last thing I can do. I do have a bunch of turnips harvestable. Oh, wow. That literally just grew to maturity in front of my eyes. So before I wrap this up, let's do the last little bit of farming available. They can be turned back to reeds with a knife, true. They don't have 0 value, in other words. 48 turnips. Nice. I am pleased by that. And I have a lot of red meat, so I think I know what I'm going to be eating soon. But let's turn the turnips over to carrots and... Oh, no, actually, carrots are K. What were turnips? N? So anything not N. Because I don't want to put you know, there's not enough nitrogen in the soils from growing the turnips. And I put rye back. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, so I'll put carrots in. So the 2 rye spots I grew are going to need a little extra fertilizer because its growth speed is going to be limited by the fact that I grew N back where N was. Well, unfortunately, N fertilizer is compost, and I really don't have rot for compost, so whatever. There'll be bad rye, sad rye, as a result. It's for two spots of many. It's not a big deal. All right, there's that. Yeah, a lot of progress this stream, I think. Given that I got like iron, lanterns, A lot of turnips out of the farm. Iron tools like crazy. So let's, I guess, because I did make this stuff, before I lose daylight, let's use it. So the scythe is like an area of effect harvest. Very efficient for amassing cattails, tule, straw. And the reason I got this is if sometime in the future I want to do some animal husbandry, specifically for animals that eat actual straw, because not all do. Having a scythe is really handy for that. Also handy if you're doing a lot of pit kiln stuff or whatever. So there's that. And I was going to demo the shears, but given that it's nighttime, I'm surrounded and things are hateful and trying to kill me, maybe I hold off on that. The progress on the bow stave is 55% dried, so it's going to be another like 2 hours until that's fully dried. But yeah, oh, that's outside. I think this is where I am going to leave off for now. Oh, you know, actually, let's sort the last of the minables. Oops. And then call it. Do a little bit more organization. Wow. All of my neighbors coming out to say hi. Crunch. And then, yeah, another reason why I went with 2 hammers. I'm going to burn through these hammers quick. But I have a lot of iron left for more blooms. Right, it's 120 per, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and change. 7 times 6 is 42, so 42 ingots of iron from what I already have collected. At least. Pretty satisfied. Pretty satisfied. Well, friends, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch, November 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.